because a comeback implies that I fell off, and that's not something I do. I simply walk away. What's up, you guys? This is your girl Simba, and welcome to Morello Unfiltered. I was making videos when I was like 23, 24, and while I didn't have the right formula, I was doing my thing, okay? Then I got distracted, and ladies, you know what type of distraction I'm talking about. I got distracted twice. And it kind of kept me away from the camera and kept me away from even coming up with ideas for YouTube. So I just stepped back for a little bit. But that's why I'm not calling this a comeback. Because a comeback implies that I fell off, and that's not something I do. I simply walk away. Me coming back is me finally putting myself first. Me coming back is me going after my dream instead of putting energy into someone else's. Me coming back is me finally seeing that I have something that's worth talking about, and I have a mission. That mission is to help others see that no matter what stage of your life you're in, it's gonna get better. And which better way to show you than to show you in real time by documenting it? How I'm feeling approaching 30 is very much giving. It's giving hopeful, very ready, because I spent this entire year, me being 29, that is, I was clearing out house, making sure that I caught on to the patterns that were happening around me, and figuring out if that's something I wanted in my 30s and moving forward in life, because it's something about this age feels really serious. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really have the energy to entertain what I was entertaining when I was 29, 25, 24, 23, 19, 18. So I feel like there was this version of myself that disappeared this year, and that was the people pleaser me. I still struggled a little bit. I will say that I struggled a little bit when it came to me telling everybody no. And because I am who I am, I'm always going to want to make sure that I can help people, especially if I can help people. So I feel like the doormat has disappeared this year. The people pleaser, she's gone. That those versions of myself, they're definitely gone. And I feel like I slowly feel the Miranda Priestley in me coming out. Miranda Priestley is literally the standard when it comes to how I want my fantasy life to be. Like, yes, I am the boss. So I definitely know that that version of myself is showing up just based off the small projects that I did this year and how I handled those. I'm definitely not going to do moving forward is pretend that I'm perfect. I'm the furthest thing from perfect. I think me wanting to be perfect is actually what kept me away from social media and YouTube in general. I stopped accepting myself for who I was and expected some type of perfection to come from me because I guess that's what I felt they wanted. And now, being who I am right now, I know that one, I am enough. Two, I'm worth so much more than I give myself. And three, if I don't accept myself, who else is going to? Me allowing someone else to tell me exactly who I am and what I'm worth, all this other stuff, that gave them the power. And this year was all about snatching my power back. A question that has been plaguing me is, who am I when no one is watching? And I don't know how else to say other than like straightforward that I'm me. I'm genuine. I'm a loving person. I cry when Mufasa doesn't want to sit next to me. I'm a sensitive yet strong, creative woman who desires more than what life has handed her, and she is going to get it by any means necessary. The parts of myself that feels new is this whole get the fuck out my face attitude, and excuse my language, but there was a part of me that said, yeah, I'm a pothead, I smoke my weed, and I'm like too cool to be like to follow all these rules that we're going along. When your life is getting serious, the last thing you really want to deal with is weed and all the ins and outs of that. So that part of me feels new. Like, I no longer desire like to smoke. I only desire empty company as well. Like, I want everybody around me to have a purpose if they're around me. And some people are like, oh, you can't assign a purpose to everybody. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, because I have to do an audit and check inventory on who's still around after I went on this whole like cutoff thing, we'll get there when we get there. How do I put this? It feels so good to not be the same person that I used to be. Like, something that's more solid than before is that I don't play about me. I don't play about Mufasa. And for those of you who don't know, Mufasa's my little Shih Tzu puppy. I love him. Like if you play with me, I feel like you're trying to play with the ability to get back home to Mufasa and make sure he's straight. If you play with me, I feel like you're playing with my ability to put food in my dog's mouth, and I don't like that. Like it's more solid than before. I don't play about me, my feelings, I don't play about none of it. I am very intentional with everything I do. I let everybody know exactly what the intention is, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. So I expect that back. And if you can't even give that to me, I don't think you should be around here. Some internal changes, like I said, like I don't play about me anymore. Um, I love the gym now. Like right now, I'm so mad that I can't even go. But I love going to the gym. I love. Uh, I'm getting back into reading books. Like I'm loving that. Um, I've been going to more networking events such as like the U.S. Open and Fashion Week, and I've done all these things. I'm really freaking proud of myself. These are some of the internal changes that's gone on. I basically lived more. Like I lived a lot, and I'm very proud of myself. Slowing down kind of taught me that not everybody could come with you. There are people in seasons and people who are there for reasons, and I, I I used to say it a lot, and I never really paid attention to what I was saying. But now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, like some people are just there for the season, some there are there for a reason, some are blessings, some are lessons, and all of it, like all of that is cool, but then that's where knowing yourself has to come into play. Getting to know myself this year has been like one of the most challenging and continuous because I'm still not done getting to know me. There's so much stuff I still have to learn. And yeah, it led me to realize that I'm still figuring it all out. Like turning 30 doesn't mean that you have all the answers out of nowhere. It just means you have less time to be unserious about said goals. And I never showed this side of me before because, like I said, I've always felt like I had to be perfect. And honestly and truly, nothing about my life is screaming perfect. Nothing about my upbringing screams perfect. But I do know that what I want for it is very achievable and obtainable, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get everything that I desire because it's already mine. Like if I didn't want this, if I didn't already have this in the future, I wouldn't want it so bad now. I want to be a creative and brand strategist. I want to work at one of the biggest offices or advertisement companies, whatever you want to call it, in the New York City area. I didn't show this side before because I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid of what people would think. And now I stand firm knowing who I am, knowing that the right people will find me, the audience will flock to me if I'm just being myself. That is what a year of posting just random stuff on Instagram and TikTok and, just really being myself has taught me. The right people will show. I want my channel to feel like a place where you can go to get that word of advice from your big sister because there's a lot of people who don't have that right now. I want this channel to be where you go to find that community and really talk about the whole process of leveling up because there are a lot of ins and outs and ups and downs that rebranding yourself, just fixing your life comes with. Like this is not like I want to be like, oh, healing it's not just healing. It's once you heal, you now have to change your habits. You have to upgrade the type of lifestyle you live. There's so many components to just becoming a better woman and person in general. So I want this channel to feel like that community hub where we can go get the answers, talk amongst ourselves, and really feel that bond that we're missing in real life. But with that being said, I hope the people who really want something better for their life but don't see that window or don't see that door, I hope you guys find this page. People who know that it's not going to be perfect right away. There's going to be a couple of steps before we even get there. The people who know that there's something better for them outside of what life is just offering them, that's who this channel and this page is for. So if you are currently trying to figure out life, trying to figure out what your next step is, what your next move is, I heavily encourage that you stay on this page. Go ahead and subscribe and tune in every week. We're going to grow together. Leave a comment. Tell me about yourself. This is not going to be one of those regular YouTube channels. This is going to be a community. This is going to be where we connect and engage with one another, okay? It is so good to be back. See you next time.